26 months ago, I started saving a little bit of money. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. But the point of the video, or the point of this little journey, is to kind of share with the world the realistic process or the realistic pace of achieving any kind of goal. If you're a regular person like myself, you have to go on a journey. You have to be patient. You have to pace yourself. It's probably the best way to describe it. You know, the world we live in is such a challenge. How many of us are actually capable of focusing and staying on course? Very few people. Go out and ask people if you know people who are gonna say, well, I don't really know what I'm saving for, but I know that I'm saving for something, so I'm just gonna pinch away. I'm gonna work the overtime when it's available. I'm gonna make sacrifices. I'm gonna stay consistent and disciplined, and every paycheck I'm gonna pinch away as little as $50 or as much as a few hundred. And at some point, I'm gonna make a decision to do something. Go ask your friends if you know people who can do that. We live in a world of instant gratification. It is just brutal today with social media, and nobody understands hard work anymore. And that is a real problem for people who are younger than myself. I'm 54 years old. Today is, I think, February the 16th. Just for historical records, I declare that information. I'm like the math teacher or the English teacher in school who is saying, you know what, I've already been there. I've already done it. So if you don't want to gather or harvest the skills or attitude to get to where you need to go, you're going to be on an island. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody, unless you're rich, which I still think is a weakness, let's be honest. So mommy and daddy's going to give you everything. Give me a break. So unless you're determined or unless you're prepared to work for it yourself, you're not going to get it. I don't care what it is. I think it's important to put in the time, the effort, the energy, because once you actually get there, imagine how much more rewarding that's going to be. 26 months ago, I started pinching away money. Didn't know what I was doing with that money. Today, I know that I'm going to get to a place, and I'm getting close. I know that I'm going to buy a Rolex Datejust. I've been doing a bunch of fun reading. Man, there are tons of varieties. So I'm just going to continue to learn and read. And I'm trying to find that sweet spot between vintage and neo-vintage. I'm kind of hovering around the 4-digit reference and the 5-digit reference. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to deal with a non-quick set 4-digit watch or a 5-digit quick set watch. If you own a Rolex and you are in the 4 or 5-digit reference, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Should I, is it inconvenient to go non-quick set, or is it convenient to go with a quick set? And then let's look at all the dials. I'm having so much fun looking at all the dials. The early stuff is a pie pen, which gives you a little more dimension, and then you've got a bunch of flat dials, and then there's all these beautiful colors, and then you're looking at dials that have patinaed over the 40 or 50 years that they've been around, and then the 3 different kinds of bezels. Sometimes I think, oh, a smooth looks nice, and then I know I don't like engine turn, that's for sure. So it's going to be between smooth and fluted. But again, if you're a Rolex person, let me know what you think. So, and it's Jubilee. The bracelet's going to be Jubilee. And for a while there, I actually thought it was going to be two-tone. I've been looking at some stuff now, and it's like everything's on the table. Just flat out white gold. Definitely going to be 18 karat. And I'm excited. I know from all of the reading that I've been doing and all of the pictures that I've been looking at of this Datejust Rolex watch, as soon as I figure out, because I'm trying to make a decision based on information and visual appeal, as soon as I see that watch and it speaks to me, that's the one I'm going to buy. I think the most important thing for me at the end of the day is to make sure I buy a watch that I am prepared to keep in case I never want to sell it or can't sell it. Now, I don't think that the word can't is not in the same sentence with Rolex. I think Rolex is like real estate. You've got ugly houses. I don't even think you've got ugly watches when it comes to Rolex, but the point I'm trying to make is there is a buyer for everything. But listen, if you're a hardcore vintage Rolex collector or owner, I would love to hear from you. You know, feedback is important to me. I'm cruising like 10 different websites to try to gather the information that I need because I am learning about Rolex. I don't know too much about the watch. I know growing up it's the only one that branded me, so it's the only watch that I'm interested in investing in. That is loud and clear. We're on a journey. It's exciting. It's also a lot of hard work because you're trying to figure out, you know, what's what. But I'm having lots of fun. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Be thankful that we're all alive and healthy. If you're watching this, it can always be worse. I'm not bragging, but the point of the videos are to show you that it's hard work getting somewhere, no matter what that goal is. And if you don't do it, no one's gonna do it for you. And that's an important skill to have. Growing up, before I leave, my dad would say the only shortcut in life is to do it right the first time. It used to drive me crazy as a kid. I live by that sword today. Hopefully that helps you. All right, we'll see you again. See ya.